I feel like when she was able to peek through all of the sadness, all of the cloudiness of just feeling depressed because of her close friend dying, she was able to look off into the distance and see a Birkin 25 with palladium hardware, and she was like, you know what, this is my opportunity. It's no surprise that celebrities and influencers are surrounded by people who believe everything that they do, every business venture that they make is the greatest of all time. It's why oftentimes celebrities will do things that make no sense and stand there and believe that they've ate, that they've left no crumbs, they devoured, but then leave us regular average citizens thinking what the fuck is going on. These influencers and celebrities can come across so tone deaf and so unaware of how they're coming across, and we see this happen time and time again. Think for example, DaBaby going off on people sucking dick in the parking lot at Rolling Loud.
If you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone nice.
Let's be real about this shit.
And Kim Kardashian telling us,
get your fucking ass up and work.
In this video, we're gonna take a little bit of a deep dive into the latest tone-deaf celebrity, and that's B Simone and her response to her friend's death, Jacki-Oh. We'll first talk about the situation and tragedy with Jacki-Oh, talk about how B Simone responded to this, define what it means to be tone-deaf, and then apply it to B Simone at the very end. So buckle up guys, let's go ahead and get into the video. The story begins last week when Jacki-Oh, an influencer who's known mostly for being on Wild 'N Out and who has 3 kids with comedian DC Young Fly, went to Miami for a mommy makeover. Unfortunately, following her surgery, she became unresponsive and died due to complications. According to the Miami Police Department's Public Information Office, she was transported to Mercy Hospital and pronounced deceased afterwards. The location of her death was listed as her hotel, but a cause of death has yet to be determined. Jacki-Oh posted photos of her and the surgeon online prior to her surgery, but it's worth noting that after her death was announced, the surgeon decided to wipe all traces of her from his social media accounts and has failed to comment on the situation. People magazine has noted that her surgeon, based out of Miami, has had several complaints and lawsuits of botched surgeries in the past. BET Media Group announced her death on June 1st, saying, quote, "We are deeply saddened by the passing of Jaclyn Smith, known to the world as Jacki-Oh, a talented Wild 'N Out family member whose impact will be forever treasured and missed." Now we're going to discuss how B Simone fits into this situation and this story. So B Simone, for those of you guys who are unfamiliar, is a popular comedian online. She used to do short form videos and she rose to fame for basically taking everyday situations and putting a comedic and witty spin on it.
Damn, you're vegan and shit. Edges is back like they never left, hair growing back from all the breakage, skin glowing, smiling. Good job. You know, I ain't got into it with none of your girlfriends, and all of a sudden, a fuck boy wanna come into your life and fuck shit up! Okay.
Her and Jacki-Oh were colleagues together and very close, so the news of Jackie's passing seemed to hit her quite hard. Her response to her friend's death read in part, "I can't sleep tonight. Jackie, we miss you, girl. Your besties are broken, your family is crushed, and I honestly am still in shock. I feel guilty going on with life. I've never lost anyone close to me, and I can't believe you are gone. I love you so much. One of the main things giving me peace right now is the fact that you were intentionally growing your relationship with God. You have always loved God, but the way you were seeking him recently was just different. Your excitement for him lately makes me tear up. It's like you knew you were going to meet him soon, so you had to be ready. Man, Jack, you live life to the fullest. You are an amazing friend, entrepreneur, and above all, a phenomenal mother. I never understood how you balanced all of it, but your children know the exceptional woman their mother was. Something I would always tell you is that I loved how consistent you are with how you showed up, no matter how you felt. You were the same since the day I met you, full of joy, pure joy. You never had a bad day, and if you felt down, you had no attitude, no moodiness, you just chose happiness. Happiness was a choice you always made. I have no regrets when it comes to our friendship, because every time we talked, we poured into each other. I know you loved me, and I know I loved you. This is devastating, but I know you made it through those gates. To my beautiful unicorn fairy glitter princess friend, Miss Jacki-Oh, from the SCO, I love you, go off Jackie, until we meet again." So this post makes sense when you consider the fact that they seem to be close friends. So everything seemed to be okay in sort of the cyberspace. Everybody felt really bad for both of them. But it was her post following this that had everybody side-eyeing her. In a follow-up post, she said, quote, "If you're not on my close friends, you're not going to see much of my life during this time. Close friends, I love you. Thank you for being a safe space." Just to provide some context here, she's marketing her Close Friends, which is a subscription service that she has been advertising for $9.99. So she took some time out of her day after grieving to make sure to market this to fans who want a closer glimpse into her grieving process. Rightfully so, the internet drug her for this post, with most people calling her desperate and how it just wasn't a good time or a good look. Now, I just want to note this here, and this is something that I think a lot of people are sort of failing to mention when they report on this drama, is this isn't the first time that people have drugged her online for advertising her close friends. This happened before, and this was actually during the height of the pandemic. As we were still leaving our delivery on the porch to sort of dry off COVID, as we were all struggling to meet the financial demands of COVID, the health demands of COVID, she was advertising her close friends that was $9.99 at the time in order to get a closer glimpse of her life. And her life at the time was her going on vacation. In a post from October of 2021, at the literal height of the pandemic, she posted on Instagram, quote, "VIP only. If you honor my close friends, you are truly missing out. I'm heading to Mexico in 2 days. You don't want to miss this. All my vacation footage be on my close friends. Link in bio. You'll be added within 48 hours. Good luck." So what is tone deafness and how would I apply it to the situation? First, let's give it a definition. Tone deafness is defined as not understanding how people feel about something or what is needed in a particular situation. I'd give an example of tone deafness simply as, you know when someone dies and then somebody posts about it on social media, everyone is saying RIP, rest in peace, I can't believe this happened, they were such a beautiful person. Then it happens. There's that one person in the comment section that's just scurrying around trying to get to the bottom of how the person died. They don't care that the person died, they just want to know the cause of death and they want to be nosy. To me, that is tone deaf. It's your inability to read the room. It's your inability to take a step back, look beyond yourself, and just think about how you're coming across to other people. I feel like celebrities oftentimes have a really skewed idea of this because they are constantly surrounded by people who tell them what they want to hear. Even if they were to ask someone, wait, am I being crazy right now? Wait, does this make any sense?
I just told you who I thought I was, a god.
The person's gonna tell them yes because they're literally just happy to be smoking hookah with a celebrity. You probably have already figured it out by now, but how would we apply this to B Simone? I think it's pretty easy to say. I feel like when she was able to peek through all of the sadness, all of the cloudiness of just feeling depressed because of her close friend dying, she was able to look off into the distance and see a Birkin 25 with palladium hardware, and she was like, you know what? This is my opportunity. I'm gonna monetize my grief, my crying, my moments where I'm feeling sad. I'm gonna tell all of my friends at a cost of $9.99 in order to make a bag off the situation.
Oh God!
She felt like there was a price on her tears and a price on her emotions, and honestly, go off.
Ooh. There's a lot going on.
If there's a market for it, people will definitely take advantage of it. It is something that I would never pay for. It's something that I would never do. I personally, if I'm going through a grieving process, would never want a camera in my face, and usually I just go ghost. But in situations like this, there is a market out there for people who love to see people cry. They love to see someone get emotional, and she's just taking an opportunity to take advantage of that. I'm saying this as if it's a good thing. It's not. I think it's greedy. I think it's opportunistic, and it's not something that I think a normal human being would just simply do. With my final point, I just want to say this. There is sometimes a performative element when it comes to people dying in social media. Sometimes people feel the need to comment on someone's death, not to give actual condolences to the family, but to get a benefit for themselves. For the record, I don't know how much of this applies to B Simone and Jacki Oh's situation because we don't know how they were behind closed doors, but I think it's it's worth noting that even in small ways, with people who are less famous, people will post on social media giving their condolences to the family only because they want to get some sort of attention from other people. People will make jokes about rising up out of their casket if people are getting too emotional at their funeral, or rising up out of their casket just to make sure that the people that are crying were actually close to them. It's because sometimes people do capitalize on death, whether it's monetarily or just emotionally. And I don't know how much of that applies to B Simone and Jacki-Oh's situation, but I think it's worth mentioning because it's an observation that I've made over the years online. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is a decent business opportunity for B Simone, or do you think she's in the wrong? I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think I was gonna be here. Between the dog barking and my laundry finishing up literally right now, I was about to lose my shit. Okay, but we've made it. Thank you so much for watching as always, and something tells me I will be right back here very, very soon. Bye guys.